here's where we left off last time. We were inside the AP room. Yeah, I know that guy.
どうした?
Wow.
旅はどうだった?
Having fun, Policenauts.
AP だったのか。
So you are
ト
AP.
ニー・レッドウッドだ。
This is Tony
AP の
Redwood.
爆弾処理を
Heads
担
up
当
bomb
している。
disposal.
鉛筆乗りでは彼の
Best
知っている
MPS
者は
pilot there is.
ミスター・ゴダードと呼ばれてい
Mr.
る。
Goddard.
宇宙用いくらいで参り
How long you expect last year when you could barely handle a bit of SAS?
ここはビヨンド。あんたのような
Totally different ballgame from what you terrestrials are used
俺
to.
はお前のようにゾンビみたいになるつもりはないがね。オーナーさん、やめろ。相手にするな。
そうだエド。この次元装置の仕掛けわかるか?
なんだ、いきなり。
あんた
I hear you're in the bomb squad on home.
らしいな。
麻薬界入る前のこと。
Before I joined narcotics, yeah.
通常爆弾の
Normally,
設計者
bomb
は
makers incorporate
解
several
体されない
traps
ように
into
い
devices
く
to
つかの
prevent
安全
them
装置を
from
持ってい
being
る。
diffused.
ここに
See the red and blue
赤と
cords?
青のコードがあるだろう。最後のセーフティ
They're
ー
the
装置。
final safety mechanism.
このどちらかを切
Cut
断
the
すれ
right
ば
one
解
and
体
you're
できる。
done.
俺がセットしたとしたら
Suppose I'm the bomber and I've set up. Which one would you choose?
危険の赤か安全の青か。
レッドウッドの
Red
レッド。
or Redwood?
どうかアウトだ。コロニーに穴が開いたぞ。
Now we have a hole in the collar.
攻撃的な人間が常に赤を好むとは限らない。
Oh, this is like some sort of reading Zodiac or something.
俺ならいつも青にする。
ああ、覚えておくよ。
I guess Redwood was a decent thought, but then you just look at this guy. I mean, I am colorblind, but I'm pretty sure he's all blued up. Let's talk to this guy. What do you want? Ask about him. Commanding officer is the chief. My compatriots are the guys you see around you. You're neither of those. I don't have to answer questions. Answer your questions. Outside of AP, that includes you, Ed. He's a totally different person from the plane. That, in case it hasn't hit you, that was an act. Oh. What? Modify our personalities anytime we need to. All part of our training. Who's that? Don't know anyone called Lorraine. You said you'd gone to visit some family on home or something, didn't you? Work related. It's personal. I don't have to explain myself to you. Answer the question. I don't remember saying anything like that. I think this guy killed Lorraine. That's basically what it is, right? He's not gonna. Look at you, you pair of sad old men. You knew I was a Policenaut, didn't you? Sure, I've studied my ancient history. Funny, real fucking funny. That's what the Policenauts are around here. Right. Astronaut brown. Anyone can go to space now. But it's Frozeners who protect it. We are an adaptive species. Do I look like I want to see it? As one creepy dude, he didn't blink the entire time. None of them ever do. That's normal. Normal my ass. Artificial lenses too. Oh, sure. It's the way they're designed. twice as good as ours.
あいつらが俺たちの子供かもしれんなんてな。
心配はいらん。少なくとも俺とジョナサンの
What are
戦
the
士は使われ
chances
てい
of
ない
them
だろう。
choosing
だ
us?
ろうな。エドが遺伝的に優れてるなんて。
お前はうち
You're
の
one
兄
to
弟だ
talk, Mr. Cosmophone.
それにしても、エド。奴に対しておかしくないか？
そうか。
奴と何かあるのか？
プロズナーとは合わないだけだ。
These look like Halo. Now they kind of remind me of stormtroopers too, but like this mask, I don't know, the way, maybe it's the way it's angled. Definitely gives me Halo. Maybe I wonder if that's where Microsoft or whatever company got the inspiration. Bungie? Keep their body armor on when they sit down. No time for breaks, always on standby. Okay, let's move. So we won't, I can't go in there. Yeah. Okay. So he doesn't really change his tune. I wonder why he's the only one not wearing. I'm not really sure where. Okay. I have a certain way of doing things here. You have to understand that. I don't know, is there more to... Not designed, yeah, okay. Wouldn't want anyone getting in my way. What are your hobbies? Building kits with a box of maximum burgers. PVC you get here is made in 0 gravity, so you don't get any air bubbles or warping or bumps. Everything comes out real nice. They're better built and cheaper than the models you find on home. Into sci-fi monsters like the ones you see in the old Tokusatsu flicks. Tokusatsu? I don't know. Some bird watching in the great outdoors. Can't do that sort of thing here. So much, but it's not as nice place as you think. It doesn't matter how nice you think it is. I'm dying to go there just once. Have to experience it for myself. I Don't agree with Chief Beckers, but I still respect him. Might be a nicer place if there were more people, yeah. Avernus is something. For the most part, anyway. It's just the way people brought up here. Something front page news no matter what it takes. Okay, let's talk to her now. Evidently they have more to say now. I don't know. Find out soon enough. Maybe not her. Past doesn't matter as much as how you live here and now, don't you think? Really not my kind of work. Okay, so she's not really opening up much where Chief Becker's coming from, but he's just another bureaucrat now, frankly. Must be something I'm missing.
Oh, Jonathan.
Got the result. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we didn't need the results. Nothing we can't crack.
えらく早いな。
That was quick.
当たり前じゃ。ゴールビー。まずジョナサンから預かった
Have the
カプセル剤
capsules.
じゃが。
Okay. Identification. Auto analysis identification
無
device.
駄足だったかもしれん。
You're
わ
wasting your
ざ
time
わざ
with
ビヨンドまで
this.
来たようじゃが。4つのカプセル
All
は
four capsules are new
どれも
products from
徳川製
Takagawa
薬が使う新薬だ。
Pharmaceuticals.
インドメタシン ZL。 これ
Indomatic
は
and
イン
Zia.
ドール誘導体を含む解熱鎮痛剤。
Non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory.
次はパラディソン。
Paradis.
これはペンゾジアゼジン誘導体を含む
Derivative
精神安定剤。
tranquilizer. What the heck?
そしてハイファイトミン。
I
これは
vitamin.
B12 を含む
Vitamin
水
B
溶性ビタミン。
Hmm.
最後はフェドレジン。
Fedorazine.
これは塩酸エンドルフィンを使った交
Semi-synthetic
感神
centrally
経興奮
acting
性鎮害剤。
anti-tussive?
ビタミン剤、風邪薬、咳止め、
SAD, AID,
精神安
tranquilizer,
定剤。
vitamins, and cough
麻
meds.
薬の一種ではなかったのか。
All perfectly legal, huh?
どうやらそうらしいの。
Bunch of ordinary
これは
pills.
単なる薬じゃ。それも発売済みの
Already
な。
on the market,
なぜ
too.
北条はただの薬を大切に持
Why
ってい
did
る？
Hojo hang on to
何
those?
か細工があるんじゃないのか？
Could I trick to them? He does
Yeah,
work for a
no.
drug company.
カプセルにマイクロフィルムを隠すとか。そうまで言うのなら
I'll take a
これ
look
を
at
見てみるん
this.
だ。4つの薬品の成分と化学組成の分析結果
I'll
は
match the data on
数値
file
も
with
何
the
もかも
government.
徳川が申請している薬と全く一致する。さらにあまりよく知
A
ら
lot
れ
of
て
people
はお
don't
ら
know
ぬが、
this, but
正規の
all
薬に
legit
は全
pharmaceuticals
て
have
その内
something
容薬が
called
何であるかを示す製剤識別コード
drug
というものが
identification code on
薬の
drug
表面
itself
か
or
構
packaging.
造に記号化されて示されているんじゃ。この白い部分のマークが
Mark on the
徳
white
川製
side
薬製
means
を
it's
示
made by
し、その
Takagawa
横の数字が
Pharmaceuticals, while
薬
the
品名を
numbers
示
stand for
し
the
た。
drug's name.
これらのカプセルもこの規定に従い
All
製剤
matched
識
in
別
accordance
コー
with
ドの
that
表記と内容
regulation.
が一
Okay.
致する。つまりごく普通に大量流通している薬じゃ。
Completely
どれも特
normal.
別な薬ではなく、何の
Nothing
共通
special
性
about
も見出
them,
せる。
nor do they seem to share
いや
any.
ただ、
どうした？
一つ腑に落ち
One
ること
thing
が
that bothers me.
これを見てくれ。これはカプセルのコードの
One of the
拡大画像
capsule's
や。
codes.
こうしてみるとこのマークは確かに徳川製薬の識別コードなんじゃが、見るんじゃ、三つ葉葵の上の部分が欠けているじゃ
Crest
ろ。
is missing.
今のプリント技術ではこんなミスは起こさん。
Strange.
確かに欠けている。
しかもこの欠けている部分が右と左で対になってるんじゃ。
Hmm.
4つのうち2つが左の歯が欠け、残り
Other
2つ
two
は
are missing
右
the
が欠け。
right.
偶然じゃろうかな。
プリントミスでないとすると意図的な印だ。
Intentional?
徳川製薬品の偽物じゃないのか。
These are somebody else.
それにもう一つ、
One
こ
other
のカプセ
thing.
ルは封入式でなく
Two-piece
キャップ
capsules
式を
instead of
採
your
用している。
standard one piece.
キャップ式カプセルは半世紀も前に使われな
Two-piece
くなっている。
capsules haven't been used in
北条はどう
decades.
してこのカプセルを、このカプセルに何があるんだ。そしてこのカプセルのために
Brian died getting them to me.
しかし徳川製薬が関係していることは間違いない。徳川製薬社員
One
の
of their
行方
employees is
不明、
missing, and now these
不可解な
capsules.
徳川製薬のカプセル。
Huh.
ビクトル、歯の方はどうなんだ。
What about the leaf?
こっちの方はズバリじゃった
Oh, you had a challenge for us,
この葉は
Jonathan.
ブ
It's
ラック
from a
ポピーの
black
葉じゃ。
poppy.
ブラックポピー。
Poppy, huh?
黒消しだ。
It's
合成麻薬
opium
ナークを
is
作る
used
原
to
料となる。
make narc.
やはり麻薬がない。
So there's a drug
ビヨン
connection.
ドにおける消し栽培
Put an
は
end to all poppy
何年も前に
cultivation
完
here
全に撲滅
years
し
ago.
たはずだ。これはホームから密
So
輸
it's
し
probably
たものだ。
smuggled from home.
となると北条は黒消しの密輸に関与していたのか。
それが見てくれ。
Wouldn't be so sure.
これはこの葉の断面図じゃ。
Cross section of the leaf.
普通ホームで育った植物からは
Plants
必
that
ず
grow on home
大
always
気汚染
contain
物
air
質が検出
pollutants
さ
like
れる。
nitrogen
じ
oxide.
ゃがこの
It's
葉は
totally
きれ
clean,
い
it's
な
too
もんだ。
perfect. Oh,
きれいすぎる。
つまり地球外で栽培されたものということ
so it's been grown up there.
さらに限定を裏付けるウイロイドの一種が検出された。
ウイロイド。
Thyroid.
これがそうじゃ。植物細胞内に感染して
That
増
infects
殖
plant
する
cells,
病原体じ
pathogen
ゃ。
that infects
しかも
plants.
これは5年前に
Thyroid,
ビ
which
ヨン
was
ド
found
内
all
だけ
over
で大
beyond
流
and
行
only
した
beyond
ウイロ
5
イド
years
です
ago.
姿。
ということはこのビヨンド内のどこかで
Somebody's growing
黒
black
消しが
poppy
栽培され
somewhere
ているという
here.
ことか。密輸ではなく。
で、この葉が半分の意味は。
それはわからん。切断面から人工的に切断されているのは確かじゃが。
Severed after
ナーク
growth.
取引の際の割り符かな。
さっきの製剤コードと関係しているとは
Something
思
to
え
do
ない。
with those drug codes? Hmm.
とにかく北条の失踪にはナークが絡んでいる。
Mark's gotta be related to
そ
Hojo.
してその舞台になってい
At
る
the
のが
center of all this is the pharmaceutical place.
ますま
Interesting.
す厄介だな。これまでにも徳川と麻薬の関係は支えら
Involved
れてい
with
たんだ
drug
が、
trafficking.
上からの圧力
But
も
no
かかっ
one's
て
been
うや
able
む
to
やになっ
prove
ている。
anything.
数年前に本部長が AP を
Chief
使って
carried up a big
大々的に捜査を続けたが失
so
敗に
years
終わっ
back,
た。
but it blew up in his
それから
face.
か。ゲイツに根性がなくなったのは。
確証がつ
Can't
かない
touch
こ
a
と
guy
によっ
without
てを
the
出せ。
goods.
ジョナさん、こ
This
の
is way
件は
less cut
思
and
った
dry
よ
than I
り根が
thought.
深そうだ。下手すれば死人が増えることにな
Who
る。
knows who else could be a
と
target?
もあれ、徳川製薬へ行ってみようぜ。
Pay a visit to the
北条
pharmaceutical
の勤めてい
place.
る会社だ。何かわかるだろう
I'm。sure we'll learn.
徳川製薬なら案内しよう。ただし慎重に行こう、ジョナさん。
他に質問は？
Let's talk to him. Don't really have any other interests. It's a drug that first became popular with astronauts for relieving the pressures of the job. Spread throughout beyond and the rest of space. Semi-synthetic narcotic created through supercomputer drug design. Though black poppy opium serves as space. Of course, even a few milligrams can kill you. It's difficult to detect in drug tests because it's taken in such small amounts. Crazy, it's like fentanyl or whatever. That's why it's so hard to prosecute users. They just need to look harder, that's all. Had ways of detecting trace amounts of drugs for a long time. RIA testing, for example. That's true, yeah, some screeners have just stopped trying. Anyway, that's one of the reasons narcs become so popular. People know the chance of being caught are next to none. Delicate plant similar in ways to some orchids. Require a lot of money, effort, and the right technology. More than a one-man operation. That's why the Mafia gave up on it several years ago. Couldn't grow them in such a harsh environment without adequate facilities. So the Mafia isn't behind this. Can't say for sure, but it's not one of their main areas of interest. You need the most up-to-date equipment to do it. It wouldn't be like bootlegging during Prohibition. Risk would be too great, it wouldn't be good business. Someone's responsible for it, yeah. Who the hell could it be? It's probably in the pharmaceutical place, yeah. Fourth biggest money maker after Tokugawa, heavy industries, electronics, and construction. They're one of the first companies to expand into space development. Made in space versions of drugs. Overnight success. Interesting. Cypasloidin. Used in organ transplants. Revolutionized pharmacology. Development of mass transplantation, where you mask the organs, antigens with antibody fragments and avoid post-op rejection, ended the need for it. Okay, what do you got? What is this? Is getting a little intense. Lead the pharmaceutical industry not only on beyond but throughout space. Cancer drug, SAS medicine, calcium foods. List of successes goes on and on. But you don't hear very nice stories about what goes on behind the scenes. Bet you they could do it, yeah. It'd only be a question of developing the technology. Why don't you try going over there? Yikes. Yikes. Okay, that guy's got some opinions. Let's go to the lobby, I guess.
よし、ジョナさん、捜査に出かけよう。
Alright, we can get moving.
BCP 前だ。さあ、
It begins. Ready to head out.
足はそこに BCP のポリスカーがある。あれで現場へ向かおう。
Okay. Let's go to Laganda Hojo's house, yeah.
ダメだ。北条の住所がわからん。
Oh. I wanted to give me his.
BCP のデータバンクで簡単に。
徳川系の社員情報は BCP のコンピューターからアクセスできないんだ。徳川に関するあらゆるデータは企業秘密として法律で守られている。だから
Traits.
名簿にも載っていない。
バカな。この時
What
代
fucking year is this? Okay, let's go there
小田
then.
さん、乗れよ。
何年ぶりかな。江戸の無茶な運転を体験するのは。
ホームのスポーツカーとは違う。
It's like the sports
そんな
cars
にス
you
ピ
got
ー
at
ドは
home.
ね。安心しろ。
Dang.
コンピューターのサポートシステムを搭載した知能
This
カー
smart
だ。
car is equipped with what? I missed it. That's a slight relief. Hmm.
Nanda?
あれが最新のパトロールの方法だ。
Latest
コロニー内
patrols.
をわずか数十分で巡回
Entire colony in half an hour.
俺たちはまさに時代遅れだな。
さあ、俺たち流の捜査に出かけよう。
That was pretty rad.
ヨナさん、タバコはダメだ。
Can't smoke that Jonathan in the
コ
car.
ロニー内での喫煙は
Smoking's prohibited throughout the colony.
このタバコは副流煙の出ないもの。
That's a bunch of health nuts. Let's barely give off any secondary smoke.
ここはホームとは違う。
Like you're not on home. Smoking is a serious offense.
しかも、灰を提供するドナーにもなれん。
Oh,
道
wow.
徳的にも恥じる行為だ。
火はつけん。口に加えてるだけだ。
しかし、いつからだ？昔は吸わなかったろ。
迷惑はかけん。
ここにしばらくいればやめられるぞ。
そうかな。
そうさ、必ず吸わなくなる。そのうちな。
There
ここは
it is.
徳川製薬のビヨンド研究所だ。まずはここから捜査に取り掛かろう。ヨナさん、それじゃあ中に入ろう。
Gatekeeper to the
こ
left.
こは徳川製薬の研究開発ビル
Research
だ
and。development
関係者以外の立ち入
facility.
りは禁止になっているんだ。
Entry of
Sorry,
unauthorized
Wait,
personnel
history
is
nega.
strictly prohibited. It's your business here.
BCP のものだが、ここで働いている北条健三のことを
Employee
話
of
を
yours
聞きた
called
い。
Kenzo Hojo. Ooh,
警察
the police.
なんだ
Oh,
BCP
so
か。
that's it.
俺はここの警備
I'm
兼
Michael
受付を
Saito,
任
one of the
されている
security
斉藤ってもんだ。
guards.
で、どういう要
How
件
can I help you?
この研究所に
Man by the
北条
name of
健三という
Kenzo
男が
Hojo
勤めて
does
るは
work
ず
here,
だが、
correct?
ああ、確かに北条さんならうちの
Yes,
社員
he's
だ。
one of our employees.
何年も前からこの研究
Been
所で
here a
働いて
number of
る。
years.
俺なんかよりもずっと古いさ。
Not longer than
実
I
は
am.
北条氏の捜索願いが出てるんだが、
捜索願い
Nice look for him.
それじゃあもうオープ
Well,
ンだな。
that changes things.
ん
What do
今
you
なん
mean?
ていや、会社の方から信用問
The
題に
company
な
had
るか
told
ら
us
し
to
ばらく
keep
様子
quiet
を
in
見るよ
case
う
he
にって言
turns
われ
up,
て
you know, PR
マスコミに
reasons.
騒がれるとまたイメー
The
ジダウン
media
だ
got
な。
wind of it. They'd
まあ、早い話がそういうこと。
long story
うち
short,
ほどのグループになるとい
there's always
ろいろ
someone
と
waiting
妬
to
まれた
take
り
a
する
shot
から。
at us.
それで北条氏は
When did you
い
last
つか
see
ら
him?
それがもう3週間にもな
3
るな。
weeks.
北条さん連絡もなしにぷっつ
Stopped
りと来
coming
なく
in
なっ
one day. No one's heard from him
た。それで
since.
こっちも困って
Yikes.
るんだ。どうしていいものやら。家族の方からも
Got
問
his
い合わせ
family
があるし
asking about him. Meanwhile, the
会社からは
company
口出し
tells
さ
you
れてる
not
し
to
で。
say anything. Whoa. Most exclusive area of Takagawa Hills. You can't miss it. Huge place at the end. Takagawa Hills, huh? High-priced residential area. A lot of Japanese live there. All Takagawa-related information is protected by law, right? I think anyone desperate enough could get hold of an address. It's not like I didn't have a clue where he might live. It's just better to get their permission. Any idea what happened to him? Real workaholic, maybe all the stress finally got to him. Cooped up in here almost non-stop in the weeks before he disappeared. Could have gone back to home. A lot of terrestrials do that. Oh, return syndrome? Interesting. Leaves their job and family and everything else behind. Disappears to home. Huh. Happens a lot in our company, since we have so many Japanese employees. He's head of DDS development, also sales rep for DDS products. Latter involves distributing info to hospitals, doctors about new drugs. Ran just about the entire thing. Research, development, and marketing. Holy moly. Several assistants before, but they all left. Did it all himself? Nowadays, only a very select number of extremely intelligent people work here. But still, it's like this. Our company is very paranoid. Mr. Hojo's work in particular is highly sensitive, even within the company. Spend it after Mr. Hojo's disappearance. Who knows when it'll start back up? How did he seem before he disappeared? Anything unusual? Finished work on a new project, everything went well. Huh. You're worried? Say it would be his daughter more than his work. His daughter? Very ill that she needed a bone marrow transplant, something like that. Her name's Karen. Said drugs couldn't cure. Cruel irony for him. Yeah, okay. Loves his daughter very much. Never stopped thinking about her. Okay, any more here? There would have been word if he'd been involved in an accident or something. Maybe he did just want to get away. DDS, drug delivery system. New ways to deliver drugs. Absorption, distribution, metabolism. Excretion. Small amount of the drug ever reached the target area. Goal of any DDS product is to ensure the necessary amount of a drug is present in the target area at all times. Ribosomes are microspheres in the case of cancer drugs. This guy's a walking encyclopedia. Huh. Treatment is like targeting a system that sends. Okay, yeah. The missile treatment. Cement used in people with osteoporosis. The hell? This is some dystopian wildness disorders also. Are also a type of DDS, okay. Covers a wide area. Injections and oral medications. Prolonging, not just delivery. Avoid having to give frequent doses, yada yada. Okay. What's the new product Hojo was working on? Newest product in our DDS line. Sorry, officers, but the rest is sensitive. A lot of competition in this industry, and I have a job to keep. Can you give us something? Even the littlest detail. We won't tell anyone you talk to us. All I'll say is its code name is K9. K9? Okay. What do you guys do here? Research and development facility on Beyond. DDS work. Manufacture drug samples. Pioneer and made in space drug development. World leader in pharmaceutical technology. Track record speaks for itself. True colony age business. Japanese management style is one of the reasons for our success. Designer food and functional food, large share markets. Besides pharmaceuticals. Actual Takagawa employee? Are you with a security company? Used to be an assistant. They decided to put me on security because of my physique. Still salaried. A salaried Takagawa employee. So I hold a certain level of knowledge about our operations. You couldn't call me an expert anymore, though. Kind of like a military base with this layout.
その北条の研究室
We'd like to take a
BDS ルー
look
ムの中を見せて
inside
もらいたい
Hojo's
んだ
lab
北条の足取りを
for our
探りたい
investigation.
頼む。
Please.
何か手がかりがあるかもしれん。
There
あ
might
ん
be
た
some
ら無茶
clues.
言うな。無茶は承知だ。
こいつの言う通りにした方
Better
がいい
listen
ぞ
to him.
かえって面倒にな
Can
る
be a real pain in the ass.
待ってくれ。面倒は
We
ご
don't
めん
want
だ。
any trouble here.
悪いようにはしない
参ったな。
It won't be
参
long
ったん
after.
なら入れてくれ。
Come on, shake a leg.
DDS ルームだけなら構わないが。
Only the DDS room and
会
don't
社に
tell
は内緒
anyone
にしてく
about
れよ
it.。
俺はビヨンズなんだ。こんなことが会社にバレた
Company
ら
found
こ
out.
こで働けな
I'd
くな
be
る。
fired and
大丈夫
blacklisted.
だ。約束する。
No one's gonna find out.
そ
Don't
れ
they
じゃ
have
ロ
cameras?
ックを解除するから。
I'll unlock the door.
さあ、DDS ルームだ。
Here it is.
北条さんがいなくなった時のま
No
まの
one's
状態
touched
だ。
anything since he
あんまり
disappeared.
触らないでくれよ。
You be sure and do the same. Display of holograms, K-series products, they're all Mr. Hojo's work. Ocular mucus. Crazy. Form of a patch. Absorb through the skin. Several weeks with one application. Drug is absorbed through the buccal mucous membranes. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I want to know. That one is a little different from the others. That's a mosquito type micro machine. Oh, for injections. It's only used for drawing blood in certain cases. What's this blank one for? K9, we haven't revealed it. Okay. Oh yeah, that's the, yep. Okay. different machines. Master slave manipulator 2. Sure do nothing but the latest and greatest. Not easy getting your hands on this stuff. Network terminal. Okay. Used by employees for correspondence and work. Special hardware not available to the public. Wasn't connected to the network, it'd be totally useless. See the reception area. Hojo's wife.
あの人几帳面だったからいつもそこに予定を書き込んでいたんだ。これは北条の筆跡か？間違いない。北条さんの字。
Yeah, that's his handwriting.
北条が消息を絶ったのが
Disappeared on the 15th.
15日。予定が書き込んであるぞ。
この100の下は日本語か？それはセットだ。
15日 K9 100セット BCCH
BCCH 何の略だ？うちが薬を卸してる病院さ。
この下の落書きは何だろう？なんかのマークかな？
猫の足跡みたいだな。
It's like a
ちょっ
paw
と待っ
print.
て。K9100 セットだって。K9 ってまだ商品化されていないんだろう。どうして病院に100セットも？新製品は許可が下りた時点で発売までの間にサンプルテストを行う。テストといっても副作用とかじゃなく二次的なデータを集めて生産や営業への参考にするためさ。それで100セットっていうのは腑に落ちんな。
その病院で確かめてみた方がいい。
Yeah, definitely. That's
そのサン
shady.
プルはどこで作るんだ？
Where do you produce
ここの
here?
試作工
At
場
our
さ。
factory
そ
here.
こを見せてもらえないか？
Can we have a look inside?
それは無理だ。
Absolutely not. Partition. Area is quite big. Each K-Series product had its own team. So we're used to separate them. All video phone. What's that? I'm not sure if there's really anything else to look at. What's that? 2D photo here. Oh, okay. That's his wife next to him. He talked about her a lot. Same photo, yep. As you can probably tell, Mr. Hojo is a jealous person. Very protective of his wife. Why would you be able to tell? Because he's got his arm around her like that? I don't know if that really... Is that your ID card? Every room in the building requires an ID. Can't go anywhere without one. So maybe we can get Hojo's somehow. Oh, what is this? Nothing to look at there. Think we move then. Beyond Coast Central Hospital, biggest hospital in Beyond. Single biggest market for us. Okay. Several of our employees work from there. We have a very close relationship. We get most of our product data from them. Okay. Born on Beyond, yes. Born and raised here on the colony. Parents are Japanese terrestrials. Can't be understated, least of all Mr. Hojo's work there. Biggest hospital on the colony. Karate for a number of years. Come all the way here to ask me about that, did you? We haven't broken any laws here. This is an upstanding company. I'm sure you have more relevant questions than that. I told you anything, my job would be the least of my worries. You might not understand. Type of research is very common now. I always talk about how great she was and beautiful. Shame she has such a serious illness. So according to the whiteboard, Hojo on the 15th of last month went to BCCH, right? He left just after lunch and never came back. That's the last time I ever saw him. So we know he went to BCCH that day. Hopefully we can pick up the trail there. Sure, there would have been word if he'd been involved in an accident or something. Maybe he really did just want to get away from this place. Okay, I think we're ready to move. Back there is the factory where we produce samples of new can't inside. It's a different story from the DDS room. Don't even ask. Okay, let's leave. Say we got what we came for. Shall we get going?
いいか。くれぐれも会
Remember,
社
I
には
never
内緒にし
showed
て
you
くれよ。
around.
俺が署内は
I'm not kidding.
分かってる。
You can trust us.
That's
Thanks for
good
your help. Interesting. Let's go find out what Hojo's people have to say.
俺は病院と注射は苦手なんだが。
Not crazy about hospitals. Who is, right? At least we're not going in an ambulance. Good point. It's true. And I have to worry about shots someday.
そうなると困るな。
どうして？
病院を嫌う口実がなくなる。看護婦に甘える口実が。
Oh, jeez. That's our Jonathan.
Jonathan, これがビヨンド1のマンモス病院。ビヨンド中央病院。
Biggest hospital in the colony.
でかい病院だな。
It's huge.
さあ、北条の手がかりを探そう。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's the towers that are look like at least a couple stories taller yet. 3 probably. Let's move. Let's go inside.
よし、病院へ入ってみよう。BCCH のロビーだぞ。
これだけのマンモス病院だ。北条の知人を探すのも一苦労だろうな。
How are we ever
し
gonna
かし、
find?
今はそれしか道はない。
This is all we have right now.
北条の手がか
Let's
りを
just
探
ask
そう。
around and see what happens. Alright. Look, I had a nurse. I was preparing myself for this. You better believe it. Oop.
あ、ちょっと。すいません。
ここからじゃ聞こえん
She
よ。
won't hear you.
それに彼女は手洗い
She's
看護
a
婦だ。
scrub nurse. She won't
北条
know
のこと
how
は
to.
知るまい。
手洗い看護婦？
手術に同席す
Scrub
る
nurse, they
医者の
assist
助
with
手だ。
operations.
病室を管理す
They're
る
different
外
from
回り
other
看護婦とは違う。
nurses.
なるほど。
Makes sense. It says everything's got to be about the investigation. Oh, jeez. Seems pretty healthy to me. Maybe he's here for surgery. The hospital's information counter. Why don't we try asking? Let's go to reception. Alright. Yes, which doctor are you here to see?
実は
Take this form and tell us about what's bothering you.
違うんだ。俺たちはどこも悪くはない。
Look, there's nothing wrong with us.
俺たちはビヨンド警察
Or
の
with
者なんだ
BCP, we need to talk to you.
ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんだ
The police?
何でしょう
How can I help you? Oops, wrong button. Talk.
実は
We're
人を
looking
探し
for
て
a
るの
missing
は
person.
北条健三という人物だ
His name is Kenzo
徳川製薬の
Hojo.
プロパ
He's
ー
a
で
Takigawa
この病院にも
pharmaceutical sales
よく出入
rep.
りしているらしいんだ
Apparently he used to come here regularly.
徳川製薬のプロ
Takigawa
パーの方
sales
です
rep.
か
知らないか。
You know him?
プロパーの方は
Sales
関
reps
係者用の
use
通
the
用
staff
口から出入り
entrance.
し
We
ま
never
す
see
ので
them
わ
out
かりま
here.
せん
誰ならわかる？
So who would?
そういう件で
You
した
should
ら
try talking to
当
the
病
director
院の
about
理事長
something
に相談され
like
ては
that.
理事長ね
Sounds good to me.
どちらにせよ理事長
You'll
の
need
許可
the
が必要で
director's
す
permission to question anyone anyway. Where do we go to see the director? Can be found in the director's office. Why do I feel like an idiot? The director's office. Where's the director's office? I'll be in Block B. You're on the first floor. I'll let her know you're coming. Follow the green line. That'll take you straight there. Okay. Ask about Hojo. He would have been here a number of times. You honestly don't know him. Sorry, but I don't remember meeting him. Show Hojo photo. Let me think. I'm sorry. I still don't recall seeing anyone like that. He certainly isn't a patient here. The largest hospital and beyond, also been designated as one of the county's emergency response facilities in the event of an accident or disaster. In addition, our organ transplantation technology is the most advanced in the world. We're well known even on Earth. That's cool. Many people come all the way from Earth just to receive treatment here. Nice, okay. It's easier to obtain organs here on Beyond than is on home, you see. Why is that? Yeah. Centralized organ distribution network and transplant coordination system here. There still isn't a consensus between countries on Earth on how to handle the organ issue. Huh. Weird. You have to go through a lot of red tape to get anywhere there. First floor consists of outpatient examination rooms, while the second floor and above contain patient rooms and ORs. Also a zero-G treatment ward located in the center of the colony. We have approximately 800 doctors working in 25 departments. Are you trying to hit on me? Obviously for us together, for some reason we'd be able to understand. Just trying to get to know you, that's all. Those lines will get you nowhere, buddy. Okay. It's a really old picture. That's from before I was born. If you were hospitalized here, I suppose you might get to know me a little then. So is that a no? Okay, move. Director's office. Whoa. You must be the officers. I was told you were coming.
あなたがこの病院の
You're the director? You were expecting a man?
ああ、理事長って感じや
Don't seem like your typical director.
少しホームなまりがある
It's a slight home accent, I detect. Chris Goldwyn, director of BCCH.
私は
Ed Brown, head of Vice.
エド・ブラウン
俺はジョナサン・イングナム
Jonathan Ingram,
OLA で
your friend.
やっぱりそうだわ。どこかで見た
Thought I recognized you guys.
あなたたち
You were
ポリスノー
Policenauts,
ツの
weren't
エ
you?
ドとジョナサン
どうして
How do you ask? It's me. You mean you don't remember? We posed together for that magazine cover when I was a mom. Guess it has been 30 years. Oh, you're Chris? Little Chris. Oh, you've really grown up. Wait, seriously? Grown up more than I'd like. Can't believe it's you guys. What a neat surprise. So what's up? Oops, wrong button. Smell. Let's just go and talk here. We're here about a missing person. Kenzo Hojo. Hojo. Never heard of him. Is he a patient here? Sales rep with the pharmaceutical company. Said you do business with them? You speak with whoever handles your pharmaceuticals. Sure, I guess you mean our pharmacist. He's in charge of all our drugs. Anything else? Hojo? So you don't know anything all about Hojo? The list thing could help. First I've heard of him. Let's show the photo. This is a photo of Hojo. I may have met him before, I'm not sure though. Okay. I remember this photo. Got another picture taken around, then on the mantle. Ask about the pharmacy. You have your own pharmacy here. Excuse me, Beyond has the same medical system you find in Japan where a doctor can also serve as pharmacist. When people get their prescription in a hospital, they'll receive their medication from its pharmacy. We have our own pharmacy since there's no separation between prescribing and dispensing in our medical industry. The profit margin for drugs here is astronomical. Doctors rake in an extra 20 to 30% by dispensing themselves. Hospitals and drug companies make a killing in this system because the price of drugs for patients is so high. Sounds like America. One of the reasons Takegawa Pharmaceuticals has become so successful is because it lobbied for the implementation of the Japanese system on Beyond in the early days of the colony. Plus, there's the fact that people here prefer to take a drug for something even if they don't actually need it. Yeah, also sounds like America again. All this has led to overprescription, a high drug profit margin, and a medical industry that benefits doctors. Interesting. So yeah, I don't know if it benefits doctors so much in America. I mean, it has to. It certainly does. But like, is it the insurance companies that really gain? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know enough about that stuff. In any case, medical industry that benefits doctors and hospitals instead of patients. Yeah, I guess our system, just insurance and hospitals play off against each other instead of helping the patients in a lot of cases. Personally, I'm against doing things this way. We should be working on separating the industry like places on home. But as a businesswoman, it's great for us. The hospital wouldn't be where it is today without this system. Yeah, I get all that, but what about the pharmacist? Oh yeah, the pharmacist. You mean Ju Nishida. What can you tell us about Ishida? Employee of Takegawa Pharmaceuticals assigned us here at the hospital. He can be a bit of an odd character, but he gets the job done. He works for Takegawa Pharmaceuticals. We have an important relationship with Takegawa. A number of their employees work here. We can never just shut them out. Pharmacies, where's it located? Through that door there. The two rooms were originally one. It's a little inconvenient, I know. We split this room up, and that's where we put the pharmacy. The window's out in the hall, of course. We make sure no one steals anything, huh? I guess you could say that. We're planning on moving it soon since it's been a pain having it like this for so long. Ask about her. So how did the first Miss Teen Beyond wind up in charge of the colony's biggest hospital? I quit modeling 20 years ago. My parents were doctors here, and they were killed in a spaceplane disaster. Oh no. That's when I inherited this place. I'd gone to medical school and this was the only thing they left me. Always busy with something, whether it's here or somewhere else. Wow. Okay. Other job. Running the hospital, since my area of expertise is organ transplantation, I help out a little with that as well. For instance, I'm a consultant for Beyond Coast Organ Distribution Network and Beyond Coast Organ Procurement Network and various other transplant groups. Are organ transplants really that important in space? Yeah, they're absolutely essential to us. Space's environment has massive effects on the human body, what with the weightlessness and cosmic rays. We still aren't ready for transplanting artificial organs. All medical science can do at the moment is transplant them from other people. Dangers of organ transplants, post-op rejection, overcome that with development of immunosuppressant pharmaceuticals, cyposlidin, as well as mass transplants which don't trigger rejection. Mass transplant, a revolutionary procedure that's eliminated rejections from recipients. With it, we're able to mask the organ's HLA class 1 antigens before transplantation. Not too familiar with it, but with its introduction, the number of organ transplants has risen dramatically. Okay. Success rate have gone up, side effects have gone down. Countless advances. Cleared every hurdle. Okay. Long way from developing that. Failed organ be enough to be inserted in the body. We do have machine organs and bio organs, but the only replacement that can currently be classified as complete are artificial bones, teeth, and a type of blood used exclusively for transporting oxygen. Oh, the artificial blood APUs, yeah. Machines that can function as supplementary hearts and kidneys outside of the body, but there are problems with internalizing them. The most advanced artificial kidney. Wait, what was that? Are there any organs you can never? Gastrointestinal pancreas. Hybrids in development. Synthetic materials, but they're still testing them on animals. Huh. Movies like video games and the like. We don't play God. Rapid cell division rates are most. Bone marrow, lymphatic. Kidneys, liver, lungs, and skin blood vessels. Sperm fetuses, yeah. Boy conceiving for at least 6 months after returning from space. Amphibian stuff, to be careful with that. Wow. I think that's everything. I think, yeah, probably at about an hour, maybe just over here. Saying you'd be interesting. Oh, you must have important things to talk about. Me, don't you? Oh, she's not digging it. None of them do. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's, oops. System. Save. Overwrite. That is part 3.